This single drawing on paper can be turned into all kinds of different things, including clothing, vinyl stickers, and keychains. I'm going to teach you my personal process so you can transform your artwork into absolutely everything. Well, a lot of things. Hi there, welcome to SoCraftastic. As you know, this video is all about using your original art and designs to create custom items. You can make gifts for your loved ones, products for your small business, or simply items that you want to use or wear. Speaking of wearing your art, this video is sponsored by Ninja Transfers. They sent me this package, which contains dozens of DTF transfers of my designs. They are pretty awesome. I'm really excited to try these for the very first time later in the video. But first, let me explain how I converted this traditional rose drawing into a digital version that can become practically any size you want within reason. Here's where you can be as creative as you want to. Draw or paint your subject of choice using any type of media, including pencils, crayons, pastels, markers, watercolors, acrylic paints, gel pens, etc. You can, of course, combine various art supplies for this process as well, like I've done here. Then comes time to digitize your completed creation. I'm using my fossil of a printer that I purchased back in 2015, I believe, to produce a couple different scans of my rose drawing. I make sure to set the resolution to a high DPI for the best possible quality. Phoenix, what is that in your house? And I experiment with multiple contrast options to see what I'll like best. You could also use a camera to take a photo of your artwork, especially if it's a piece that's too large to fit in the average at-home scanner. But this method is less of a hassle in my opinion, and tends to get more crisp results anyway. You can see I also scanned a cute little owl painting. This is from a really long time ago, actually before I got the printer, believe it or not. Anyway, I turned this one into a digital drawing already, but I haven't actually used it for anything else yet. Okay, back to the rose. I opened my chosen scanned file in the iPad app called Procreate. Here I'm manually removing the background so I can have complete control over the outline shape of the image. Many editing programs do offer an automatic background removal option, so you may be able to skip this step to save some time. But this is how I personally obtained a transparent background. Next, you can see I'm using various brushes to touch up my original drawing and tweak some of the little details. Doing this can make your image look more clean and crisp. Just be aware if you overdo it, the image might lose a lot of character, because you'll be blending away the subtle textures that were initially created with those traditional art supplies. So in other words, decide on the look that you're going for, hand-drawn or digitally smooth, or I suppose a hybrid of both. I saved my image as a .png file, then I took it over to PicMonkey. This website is where I've been editing photos and YouTube video thumbnails for many years. I really love them and no, they're not sponsoring me, by the way. You can use Canva, Photoshop, whatever you want. But the point is, here I can adjust the contrast, brightness, color saturation, and much more. Important things. Can you tell the difference between the before and after? Here we have the 43-pound box and some accessories. Everything's going to be moving over to the island, but first I have to clean it off. Never not. The time has come to unbox this 43-pound honkin' package behind me. I couldn't even lift this onto the counter myself. There's a box within the box. This thing is seriously so heavy, I can't lift it out on my own, so I'm gonna have to deconstruct the outer box. There we go. Here it is in all its glory. This is where Ninja Transfers comes in. Could I print my own transfer images? Yes. But do I want to? Absolutely not. Yeah, I know. This is why I get so annoyed with printers. Remind me later, I won't even do it. Can you tell that printers annoy me? They really frustrate me. Having a professional do my printing for me is a practically stress-free option that gives me more time to focus on the crafty parts of the transfer process, which is what I like better than the technical aspects. Okay, let's see what the gang sheets look like. Clearly, I'm in awe. And literally speechless because I briefly forgot that my microphone was off. Whoa, that's huge! These are all my designs. Wait, the bows are coming. Oh, the mushrooms. Look at the big shroomy. The gang sheet I designed is 10 feet total in length. That's nearly 2 of me. There are so many other size options too. Rolls anywhere from 2 feet all the way to 30 feet long. Ooh, and there's a glitter version. I'd love to try that in the future, but for now, I'm extremely impressed with the print quality. There's so much detail and all of the outlines are really clean. Oh my goodness. We have my matchsticks. Stitches the bunny and Stitchette. This is a second roll, as you can see, but it's a continuation of the 10-foot order that I placed. This gives instructions for how to do them. I'm gonna need this for sure. Oh, it's a hollow ninja sticker. It says, hiya, home is where the heart is. That's so cute. Oh, yes. The colors are beautiful. They're really vibrant. I don't see any errors. I can't wait to test these out. I was able to fit 96 images, you heard that right, almost 100, on my 22 by 120 inch custom gang sheet. All you have to do to build one is upload your own high resolution files, then drag and drop to arrange them any way you'd like. When you're finished, place an order and shipping will take just a few short days. But how do they work? That's the question. We'll get to that soon. I have a couple packages here and inside these are items that I can use to test the transfers on. So let's go ahead and get on into them. I got all of these from Forever 21 and a hoodie. Plus there's this box, which has a couple tote bags. This has got to be the most wrinkly shirt. It is 100% cotton, which is nice. I'm not sure how I feel about the fit of this. I decided to wash all my clothes first. You don't have to, but after they also went through the dryer, I was ready to run the tests. I'm about to do my very first ever demo with the HTV Ront automatic heat press, and to do that I need to choose a transfer and cut it out. As you can see, I chose my 4 little dinosaurs and I'm gonna be applying them to this shirt, the one that was formerly wrinkled. It's looking a lot better now. I'm gonna go ahead and plug this in. Hopefully it works. Pull this tray out. While it's preheating, I'm going to lay the shirt as flat as I can and center it. The sleeves are just gonna hang over the edges like this, that's fine. I'm gonna let it press with nothing first, so let's send it in and then push the button. Whoa, cool. And it's doing a countdown. I'm gonna pull it back out. Wow, look at that. The fabric is really smooth now. I'm gonna use this measuring tape to help me center. There's 4 dinos, so in between the purple and pink will be the exact middle. Some people use tape to hold this down and or put parchment paper over. I'm gonna try it without either of those just to see what happens. And the first official press. It looked okay after 1 press, but to be safe, I ran the shirt through the same process 2 more times. The instructions are a great guide, but there are many variables, including fabric type and the pressure of your specific press, that could change the outcome of what you do. So when you're first starting out, this is the perfect time to experiment. Also remember to be patient. Advice that can be hard to follow because it's very tempting to peel the transfer film away as quickly as possible. It's so satisfying, but I promise it's so important to wait until the project has completely cooled. I'm not gonna lie, I checked when it was cooling off and I tried to kind of lift at the tail part. I cheated, but I don't recommend cheating. I also just tested his little nose here, but now I'm gonna let it cool completely. Commence the peel reveal. Oh my gosh. Okay, the tail. Oh no, 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 no! I feel like the tail's not working. Oh wait. It did. Is it stuck on enough? I don't know. Okay. I think it is. Got 'em. The shirt worked. Itty bitty dinos. All 4 dino tails are securely stuck in place for eternity, along with their other body parts, of course. Now, what if you don't have a heat press? That's okay. Here's a demo where I used a handheld iron to apply this inspirational quote transfer to a tote bag. Be sure to apply very strong, even pressure to the entire image. And make sure to pay extra special attention to the edges. For a couple projects here and there, this method works fine. But if I had dozens or hundreds of projects to make, my arm wouldn't be able to survive the demands. Meaning it gets tiring. Pretty. Also, I thought this sort of hidden sleeve message would be a cute, subtle way to spruce up a plain jacket I've had for a while. I had so much fun transforming plain articles of clothing. I kept looking for different things that I could heat press. It gets a bit addicting. This showcase of projects I've made so far backs that statement. From different colors of shirts and tank tops to a bright pair of sweatpants. There it goes. Ooh. Wow. Cool. Check it out. Double shroomies. And even some stuff for tiny humans like a kid's shirt and baby onesies. They're so little. Oh, and we cannot forget one of my absolute favorites. The Rainbow Rose hoodie. I think I'm gonna end up wearing this a lot. Which one of my transfer projects do you like best? Leave a comment below and the designs with the most votes will become available on my online shop, saralynt.com, at some point in the future. Be sure to also tell me which clothing items you would be most likely to purchase them on. The more specific you are, the better. Please and thanks. To be clear, for those of you who are interested in how I created my vinyl stickers, keychains, notepads, etc., well, I had different manufacturers print those for me, as you probably guessed. I told you I don't like printing. But I used these same digital files that I had turned into transfers for this video. So once you have some digital art pieces of your own, you can use them over and over and over again to create practically anything. If you want to learn more about exactly how I started my own small business, I also have a vlog channel on YouTube called Sarah Lynn Studios. If you're interested in that other channel of mine, go subscribe to me there for helpful business tips, behind the scenes footage, upcoming product launches, wink wink, the Rainbow Rose stickers are coming soon, and so much more. I'll link that in the description box below, along with my affiliate link for Ninja Transfers if you want to place an order. Another thing I'll be posting over there very soon is a full review for the HTV Ront heat press that I used today and all the days that I filmed. I have so much footage. So there will also be even more in-depth footage from my first time using Ninja Transfers. And the pace over on the vlog channel is a lot slower, less jumpy and everything. So those of you who just wanna sit and hear all the details, you can. By the way, one day I would love to get patches made by them too. Look how cute these are. Thank you so much, Ninja Transfers, for sponsoring this video. It seriously has helped me to invest in some equipment and just different materials for potentially starting up a new branch of my business, aka apparel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye. Oh. I think that means we're done. Goodbye.